Have you ever wondered if the universe and your own life are connected in some mysterious way? What if the same patterns that shape galaxies also influence your thoughts, emotions, and experiences? The ancient Hermetic axiom, as above, so below, as within, so without, suggests that the vast universe and our inner world are not separate, but reflections of the same fundamental truth. This principle, originating from the Emerald Tablet, reveals a deep interconnectedness between all things, showing that what happens on a grand scale also unfolds within us. The intelligence that orchestrates the cosmos also governs the atoms in our bodies, and the forces shaping the stars are at play within our very consciousness. This idea, known as the principle of correspondence, suggests that reality is structured in repeating patterns, where the microcosm reflects the macrocosm. Just as each cell in our body contains the entire genetic code of the organism, and the movement of electrons around a nucleus resembles planetary orbits, universal laws remain consistent across vastly different scales. By understanding this, we gain insight into both the external world and our inner reality, realizing that the key to transformation lies within us. Beyond physical structures, this principle extends to human experience, emphasizing that our inner world shapes the reality we perceive. If we are at peace, we see harmony around us. If we are anxious or conflicted, the world appears chaotic. This concept is deeply embedded in spiritual traditions. Jesus stated, "The kingdom of God is within you," Luke 17:21, suggesting that divine potential exists inside each individual. Mystical teachings across cultures reinforce this perspective, encouraging self-awareness as a path to understanding the universe. Throughout history, great thinkers have explored this connection between self and cosmos. The philosopher Plotinus argued that self-knowledge is the gateway to understanding the universe, while Carl Jung, the renowned psychologist, proposed that the personal unconscious mirrors the collective unconscious, a shared reservoir of symbols, archetypes, and experiences that shape human perception. These insights suggest that by exploring our own consciousness, we tap into universal truths that govern the cosmos. This principle also carries significant implications for personal transformation. The way we think, feel, and believe determines how we experience life. By cultivating inner harmony and self-awareness, we naturally create positive changes in the world around us. This understanding is at the heart of many spiritual traditions, which emphasize meditation, introspection, and disciplined thought as tools for aligning with the natural order of the universe. Ancient alchemists viewed self-transformation as the highest goal of their work, believing that just as base metals could be transmuted into gold, human beings could refine their fears, doubts, and limitations into wisdom, peace, and self-mastery. Paracelsus, one of history's great alchemists and natural philosophers, taught that understanding oneself is the first step toward understanding all things. This process of inner alchemy aligns individuals with the greater flow of the universe, enabling them to shape both their personal lives and the reality around them. Modern science provides further evidence for this principle through the study of fractals and sacred geometry. Fractals are patterns that repeat at different levels of magnification, illustrating how the same structures appear on both small and large scales. The spiral of a seashell mirrors the shape of a galaxy. Tree branches resemble the veins in the human body, and the Fibonacci sequence appears in flowers, pine cones, and even the arrangement of celestial bodies. These mathematical patterns suggest that the universe operates with an underlying order, reinforcing the idea that the microcosm and macrocosm are governed by the same principles. The principle of correspondence also reveals that matter and spirit are not separate, but are different expressions of the same fundamental reality. The material world is a reflection of invisible spiritual forces, just as a shadow is cast by an object. In many mystical traditions, the physical world is seen as the densification of energy and consciousness, meaning that our external circumstances are shaped by the state of our mind and spirit. When we understand this relationship, we realize that true change begins with intention, belief, and thought. This understanding leads to the realization that life is not a struggle between spirit and matter, but a dance between them. The goal is not to reject one in favor of the other, but to integrate both into a harmonious whole. Every physical experience has a spiritual counterpart, and every spiritual insight must find expression in material life. The search for meaning and purpose should not be limited to abstract contemplation, but should manifest in our daily actions, choices, and relationships. By aligning our thoughts and emotions with universal laws, we create a life that is both spiritually fulfilling and materially abundant. The principle of correspondence reminds us that the apparent duality of spirit and matter is an illusion created by our limited perception. Both are aspects of the same universal truth, much like light passing through a prism that divides into different colors while retaining its original essence. Recognizing this unity grants us a deeper sense of freedom and purpose, allowing us to embrace both the spiritual and material dimensions of life with greater understanding. The journey is not about escaping the physical world, but about transcending it, seeing it as a reflection of the greater cosmic order and living in alignment with that truth. The wisdom of as above, so below is not merely a mystical concept, but a fundamental principle observable in nature, science, and personal experience. The repeating patterns of the universe, found in galaxies, DNA structures, and human consciousness, demonstrate that everything is interconnected. By understanding ourselves, we understand the universe. By transforming within, we transform the world around us. This truth holds the key to unlocking a deeper, more harmonious relationship with reality itself. Life moves through a continuous cycle of birth, growth, death, and renewal. Much like the changing seasons, everything in nature follows this rhythm. And just as rivers flow into the ocean and return through rain, blood circulates through the human body, nourishing and connecting all its parts. This pattern of flow and return appears at every level of existence, revealing that both the microcosm, the individual, and the macrocosm, the universe, are governed by the same fundamental principles. The universe and human existence operate within these recurring patterns, demonstrating the interconnectedness of all things. The correspondence between small and large systems extends beyond biological functions and into the very structure of the cosmos. The structure of an atom, where electrons orbit around a nucleus, closely resembles the solar system, where planets revolve around the sun. This striking similarity suggests that the universe follows repeating patterns at different scales. Some scientists and philosophers believe that reality may be structured like a hologram, where each small part contains the whole. Ancient thinkers like Pythagoras believed that mathematical and geometric principles govern the universe. from the vastness of galaxies to the smallest particles. In modern times, physicist David Bohm proposed that reality is an indivisible whole, rather than a collection of separate parts, further reinforcing the idea that all things are connected. This connection is not just a scientific or philosophical concept, but a fundamental aspect of human life. The principle of correspondence suggests that the external world mirrors the internal world. Our physical health, emotional well-being, and even our life circumstances are reflections of our thoughts, beliefs, and daily habits. Just as a stone thrown into a lake creates ripples that spread outward, our consistent actions and thought patterns shape our lives in profound ways. Every habit, no matter how small, contributes to the overall quality of our life. The repetition of positive habits leads to positive outcomes, while neglecting these fundamental principles can lead to disorder and imbalance. A disciplined mind creates a structured life. When someone develops good habits, such as eating well, exercising regularly, and maintaining order in their life, their body and environment reflect that discipline, appearing strong, healthy, and balanced. In contrast, a mind lacking discipline often leads to poor habits, procrastination, unhealthy eating, and a sedentary lifestyle, resulting in fatigue, excess weight, and health issues. Every small choice, when repeated daily, contributes to the overall state of a person's life. For example, a person who prioritizes self-care, continuous learning, and movement is gradually shaping a more fulfilled and healthy life, while someone who constantly neglects these areas will see the consequences over time. The power of small, consistent actions cannot be underestimated. A seemingly simple habit, such as drinking more water daily, may appear insignificant, but over months, it improves energy levels, skin, and overall health. In the same way, mental habits such as gratitude, self-reflection, and focused intention gradually shape a person's reality. Transformation does not happen through dramatic, singular efforts, but through the accumulation of small, repeated choices. Those who cultivate discipline and clarity of purpose naturally align their habits with their long-term goals, creating a strong foundation for success and well-being. Consider the example of physical fitness. A person who exercises regularly may not see immediate results, but over time, the consistent effort strengthens the body, improves endurance, and enhances overall health. Similarly, someone who practices mindfulness and self-reflection daily will gradually develop a greater sense of inner peace and emotional stability. This principle applies to every aspect of life, including relationships, career growth, and personal development. The small steps we take daily compound into significant outcomes over time. This principle extends beyond individual lives into the larger structure of the universe. The world around us functions in harmony, and when we align ourselves with this natural order, we experience greater balance and fulfillment. The universe, like a great symphony, follows patterns and cycles, and we, as individuals, are like musical notes contributing to the overall melody. If we desire peace, we must cultivate inner calm. If we seek strength, we must practice resilience and discipline. If we long for love, we must first embody it within ourselves. The energy we put into the world is reflected back to us in one form or another. The law of correspondence suggests that the outer world is a direct mirror of our inner world. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions shape the way we interact with the world, and in turn, influence the opportunities and challenges we face. A person who consistently nurtures positive thoughts and a growth mindset will naturally attract experiences that align with those beliefs. Conversely, someone who harbors negativity and self-doubt will find themselves surrounded by circumstances that reinforce those inner struggles. The mind acts as a filter, shaping the reality we perceive and experience. This principle is evident in the way people cultivate relationships. A person who approaches others with kindness, empathy, and genuine care will attract relationships based on trust and mutual respect. On the other hand, someone who operates from a place of fear, anger, or insecurity will struggle to form meaningful connections. The quality of our relationships reflects the energy we put into them, emphasizing the importance of cultivating positive inner qualities to experience fulfilling external interactions. Beyond the individual, this concept applies to communities and societies. The collective mindset of a group influences its culture, growth, and stability. Societies that prioritize education, collaboration, and mutual respect create environments that foster innovation and progress. In contrast, communities plagued by negativity, conflict, and division often experience stagnation and turmoil. Just as individuals shape their own lives through their thoughts and actions, entire societies reflect the values and behaviors of their members. This understanding highlights the importance of fostering a culture of positivity, resilience, and shared purpose. The same principles apply to success and personal achievement. Those who achieve great things in life are not necessarily more talented or fortunate, but rather, they have mastered the art of consistent effort and strategic action. A successful entrepreneur, for example, does not build a thriving business overnight. Instead, they cultivate habits of discipline, adaptability, and perseverance, consistently making decisions that align with their vision. Over time, these repeated actions accumulate, resulting in tangible success. Likewise, an artist, musician, or athlete refines their craft through years of dedicated practice. The external success they achieve is a reflection of the internal dedication they have cultivated. We are the architects of our own reality. Our thoughts and actions serve as the tools with which we shape our lives. Life functions as a mirror, reflecting back what we consistently cultivate within. Just as the still waters of a lake reflect the stars above, our internal state is mirrored in our external circumstances. The ancient wisdom of, as above, so below as within, so without reminds us that the key to changing our outer world lies in transforming our inner world. By making intentional choices, developing positive habits, and aligning our thoughts with our highest aspirations, we can create a reality that reflects our deepest desires and fullest potential. This timeless wisdom provides a roadmap for living with greater harmony, authenticity, and purpose. It encourages self-awareness, conscious decision-making, and an understanding that our inner world is the foundation upon which our external world is built. By embracing this principle, we empower ourselves to cultivate a life that is rich in meaning, fulfillment, and success. Every thought, belief, and action contributes to the masterpiece of our existence. The universe operates in patterns, And when we align ourselves with these natural rhythms, we unlock our greatest potential and become active participants in shaping our destiny.